am I still alive?
Hey my fellow pawns in the grand game of gaming lore. Today we're diving into the depths of a world where dragons hoard more than just gold, and your best friend might just be a magical construct designed to follow you into the abyss, or at least off a cliff if you're not too careful. Welcome to the enigmatic, slightly eccentric, and oh so captivating universe of Dragon's Dogma. Imagine a world where grabbing a giant griffin by the tail and getting flung into the stratosphere is just another Tuesday. Strap in because we're about to embark on an epic quest, not just to slay a dragon, but to unravel the mysteries of a game that's as bewildering as finding out your cat has been secretly blogging about your dating life. Let's leap into the rift and discover what makes Dragon's Dogma the cult classic that had us all questioning, why am I talking to a pawn about the meaning of life? The conception and development of Dragon's Dogma are tales of ambition, innovation, and the pursuit of creating a distinct mark on the RPG genre. Directed by Hideaki Itsuno, a name synonymous with action-packed titles like Devil May Cry 2, 3, and 4. The game aimed to blend the intricate combat systems Capcom was known for with the expansive, open-world exploration that Western RPGs excel at. Itsuno himself was driven by the desire to create a game that encapsulated the feeling of an epic adventure across a vast, living world, a dream he had harbored since his youth. Development kicked off in 2008 with a team that would grow to include over 200 members, marking it as one of Capcom's most ambitious projects at the time. The team faced numerous challenges, particularly in crafting an open world that felt alive and dynamic. They developed a sophisticated AI system for both foes and allies, which was revolutionary in how it allowed non-playable characters to interact with players and each other. This game was pivotal in realizing the game's pawn mechanic, a feature where players could create, customize, and share companion characters online, a novel concept that added depth to the gameplay and player interaction. The pawn system itself was born out of Itsuno's vision to create a unique multiplayer experience. Instead of the traditional direct player interaction seen in most RPGs, Dragon's Dogma allowed players to share their pawn companions with others online, enabling a form of asynchronous multiplayer that was innovative. These pawns could learn strategies and gather information from their experiences in other players' games, bringing back knowledge that could aid in overcoming specific challenges or enemies. Graphically, Dragon's Dogma pushed the boundaries of what was possible on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, with Capcom developing a new engine specifically for the game. This engine, later known as MT Framework, was designed to handle vast landscapes, detailed character models, and the dynamic day-night cycle that significantly affected gameplay. The night in Dragon's Dogma was not just a cosmetic change, but introduced a real-time element of danger, with more powerful monsters emerging after dark, compelling players to weigh the risks of exploring at night against the safety of daylight. At the heart of Dragon's Dogma lies the narrative and cast of characters that push the boundaries of traditional RPG storytelling. The game introduces players to a richly crafted world of Gransys, a land teeming with lore, intrigue, and a palpable sense of danger lurking around every corner. Central to the story is the protagonist, known simply as the Horizon, a title bestowed upon them after an encounter with a dragon that steals their heart. This event sets off a sprawling quest not just for revenge, but for understanding the deep, mystical ties between the Horizon, the dragon, and the world itself. The Horizon is not a predefined character, but a canvas for players to project themselves onto, with extensive customization options that affect not just appearance, but interactions within the game world. This level of personalization extends to the Horizon's main companions, the pawns. Unlike traditional NPC allies, Pawns are beings from another dimension, summoned by the Horizon to aid in their quest. The primary pawn is created and customized by the player, while additional pawns can be recruited from the online shared pool, created by other players. This innovative mechanic not only diversifies gameplay, but also enriches the narrative experience, as pawns share knowledge and strategies learned from their travels into other realms.
You are not ready.
The story of Dragon's Dogma unfolds through a series of quests that lead the Horizon through the land rife with conflict, political intrigue, and ancient secrets. The narrative is non-linear. Player choices and actions significantly impact how events unfold, leading to multiple endings that add to the game's replayability. The game's lore is deep, drawing from various mythologies and fantasy tropes, yet it manages to weave these influences into a unique tapestry that sets the backdrop for the Horizon's journey. Characters met along the way, from the enigmatic Duke of Gransys to the various faction leaders, are richly developed, each with their own motivations and secrets. The game's dialogue and interactions often delve into philosophical and ethical questions, challenging players to think about the nature of power, fate, and humanity's place in a world shared with gods and monsters. This narrative depth is complemented by the game's voice acting and script, which brings the medieval fantasy settings to life with a mix of gravitas and wit.
Arisen!
What the hell are you doing?
The combat system in Dragon's Dogma is a standout feature, drawing comparisons to action games rather than traditional RPGs. Players can choose from 9 distinct vocations, each offering a unique playstyle, ranging from the melee-focused fighter to the magic-wielding sorcerer and the hybrid mystic knight. These vocations aren't just cosmetic choices. They fundamentally alter how players engage in combat, navigate the world, and interact with NPCs and party members. The game encourages experimentation with these roles, allowing players to switch vocations at certain points, thereby adapting their strategy to the challenges ahead. One of the most talked about aspects of Dragon's Dogma's combat is the ability to physically interact with enemies. Unlike many RPGs where combat is a matter of exchanging blows or spells until one side falls, Dragon's Dogma allows players to climb larger foes to target specific weak points. This mechanic not only adds a layer of tactical depth, but also creates cinematic moments that are both thrilling and uniquely satisfying. Whether it's scaling a griffin to bring it crashing down or hanging onto a cyclops' legs while hacking at its Achilles, these encounters turn battles into memorable experiences. But the pawn system further enriches the gameplay, introducing a level of AI-driven companion behavior that was innovative at the time of the game's release. Pawns not only assist in combat, but also learn from experiences, adapting their tactics based on player actions and encounters with various enemies. This learning process is shared across the game's online community, with pawns exchanging knowledge gained from their adventures in other players' worlds. This feature not only fosters a sense of connection with the Dragon's Dogma community, but also adds a strategic layer to preparing for quests and battles. Exploration is another pillar of Dragon's Dogma's gameplay, encouraging players to traverse the sprawling landscapes of Gransys. The open world is designed with a sense of scale and mystery, rewarding curiosity with hidden dungeons, rare monsters, and secret quests. The day-night cycle significantly impacts exploration. Nightfall brings out more dangerous creatures, making travel riskier but also more rewarding. This cycle adds a strategic element to planning expeditions, balancing the reward of nocturnal exploration against the dangers lurking in the darkness. As resource management and character progression are woven into the fabric of exploration and combat, gathering materials, crafting potions, and enhancing equipment are essential for survival and success. Character progression is tied to both the vocation system and the actions players take, allowing for a high degree of customization and growth on playstyle. But Dragon's Dogma is not just a game, it's a treasure trove of secrets. An interesting piece of trivia is the inclusion of a set of armor and weapons that are strikingly similar to those used by Guts and Griffith. main characters from the manga and anime series Berserk. This isn't just a random homage. Capcom had previously developed games based on Berserk, and Itsuno is a large fan of the series. The inclusion of these items serve as a subtle wink to fans and a testament to the developer's love for rich, dark fantasy narratives. Upon its release in 2012, Dragon's Dogma entered a highly competitive market where it had to carve out its own space amidst established franchises. Despite facing this uphill battle, the game managed to secure a strong foothold, particularly in its home country of Japan, where it sold over 300,000 copies in its first week. While these numbers might not set world records, they were significant for a new IP from Capcom, a company traditionally known for blockbuster hits like Resident Evil and Monster Hunter. In the West, Dragon's Dogma received a warm reception, with sales steadily climbing as the game garnered a reputation through word of mouth and positive critical reviews. Its unique blend of action RPG elements, coupled with the innovative pawn system, set it apart from its contemporaries, earning it a dedicated fan base. Over time, the game has sold millions of copies worldwide, a testament to its enduring appeal. The release of Dragon's Dogma: Dark Horizon, an expanded edition that included additional content and quality of life improvements, further boosted its popularity, introducing the game to a new wave of players. Capcom's recognition of the game's cult status and its impact on fans led to the announcement of a Netflix anime adaptation, which premiered in 2020. This adaptation introduced Dragon's Dogma to an even broader audience, expanding its cultural footprint and cementing its status as a multimedia franchise. The anime serves as a bridge for new fans to discover the game, while also offering longtime fans a new perspective on its world and characters. And let's not forget about the upcoming release of Dragon's Dogma 2, set to come out in 2024. And so, like a well-aimed arrow loosed from a ranger's longbow, we've reached the end of our journey through the expansive, dragon-infested lands of Dragon's Dogma. From its ambitious beginnings to the creation of a world where nightfall brings genuine fear, to the innovative pawn system that had us questioning our social skills with virtual companions, this game has carved its name into the hearts of the gaming world with the precision of a well-placed assassin's blade. It's a tale of triumph, a game that flew on the wings of a griffin, high above the expectations of players and critics alike, to nestle itself firmly in the history of gaming greatness. Whether you're a seasoned Horizon or a newly summoned pawn, the legacy of Dragon's Dogma continues to beckon adventurers eager for challenge and discovery. And remember, in Gransys, the real dragon was the friends we made along the way. Or, the actual dragon that stole our hearts. Literally. If you enjoyed exploring the history of Dragon's Dogma, click this video here to see more from the Retro Reload. And as always, thank you for watching.